Hey everybody, so good to see you. Looks like we've got quite a little bit of a crowd today. I'm kind of glad. I do have just a couple little things to say, and then we're going to get started pretty quickly because this one might run long. So, anyway, I did have a question. It's a little like a pop quiz, I guess. So, do y'all know how to judge if one of my lives might be spicy? It's kind of a trick question. So, anyway, the straight up answer is it is the number of cards that I have with me. My note cards that I'm either going to have to read off of or use for some kind of a clue is what I'm trying to think about. So if I have a great big stack, I probably just really got into a subject and really just want to tell you everything that I heard or read and everything about this subject. But if I only have a couple of cards, like 5 or less, it's probably going to be spicy. Two cards. So there is that. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to say. Did y'all remember that it's that evil toad L. Ron Hubbard's birthday? Well, I remembered. And I would like to wish him, y'all, exactly the kind of birthday that he deserves. If his ashes hadn't already been scattered years ago in the ocean and the little fishy have already eaten them and pooped them back out again. So, yeah. But so LRH, in honor of your negative 39th birthday, I present to you this live. Now, did any of y'all watch Marilyn's live today? Because I personally loved every single minute of it. I could not get enough of it. And when it was over, I was like, poo. So what I did was I just almost immediately started figuring out, well, how can I extend this out, right? And so I thought something that might be fun was to have my probably number one girl crush on here. I just absolutely love her. If you don't know, that would be Feral Cheryl. And so she graciously said yes. And then I'm trying to get Eric on here for tomorrow, say Eric Rader. So I wanted to sit with them one on one. But today I just really wanted to have some girl talk and just some straight shooting, y'all, with Cheryl. And so she's here. And let me bring her on. Yay!
Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, and happy birthday, everyone Hubbard.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you
So
for
can you
having me
still
on,
hear me?
Susie. Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can
You
hear
can
you.
hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you. I'm
All
going to
right.
take one of these out because it's trying to fall out anyway. So I'm going to take that one out. If you could still hear me with one, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm so excited to have you here, first and foremost. But
Thank you.
girl, I don't know how y'all managed to get through that live earlier without really losing your shit, because I was losing mine on the other side of it.
Well,
I
that's
was
as
like yelling at the
mellow,
screen.
right? Well, that's as mellow as I could have been about it. And I was pretty hyped up because in the background here at home, it's been, it's a lot to take. I've been getting a lot of bullying messages from all
Mm-hmm.
people I don't even know who they are. And
Yeah,
after a while, you can't take anymore. It's too
yeah,
much. It's enough. Like, grow up.
I get it. I get it. I really do. I've had my share of bullying messages and stuff. Nothing like what you've had, but or Marilyn, bless her heart, has had. But yeah, what the hell? I mean, I just, I wanted to come on here today and just say that I 100% stand with you, with Eric, with Marilyn, with Aaron, with whoever else needs it, that
Dusty.
is doing what we're Dusty, absolutely. I don't know how I didn't mention Dusty. But all of the ones that are, we're trying to fight Scientology, and every time that we have to come on and defend ourselves or something, it just takes time away from that. And yet,
Yeah.
that's what they can say they don't want to watch it, but all you got to do is look at the numbers, and apparently they do want to watch it. But I just wanted to come on today and say, enough. Enough. I don't like to call anybody my enemy, but I have some enemies.
No. Right.
And
But
they've
why are we
chosen
fighting?
that.
Exactly. Like, who started this and why are we fighting again? I don't quite actually know why we're fighting. I really don't. I couldn't pinpoint
I
anything
don't
exactly
either.
as to why a particular person or two just keep bringing up people's names constantly. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand it, because I was under the impression that we are all kind of on the same team. We might go about it different. We have
Well,
different
that's
ways
it.
of doing things.
Right.
But good grief, all of these people that just cannot stop. Just, oh.
Like, how do you sustain that much anger? And
Mhm.
I'm an angry person, really, I am. But how do you keep it going without it affecting you physically?
I
I don't
know. I know, because
know.
I have to step away every once in a while just from
But it's toxic to
seeing
your
their, yeah.
constant toxic thoughts. Like, I don't know. That's really, really. And one thing I got to say, everyone's shitting on those SGB shots. Oh, well, look what happened to her after she got the shot. No, the shots had nothing to do with it. No, I've had 6 of them. I've had 6 of them. Have you ever seen me act
No.
that way? No. Okay. So you are who you are, and you're
Yes.
going to show yourself to others. Your world falls out of your mouth.
That's right.
What the shots do is they reset your your meat body, not your theta. It resets your meat body. It calms down. It turns off your sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, which is all of us
Yeah.
traumatized people are in all the time due to PTSD.
Mhm.
It just switches that down a bit, so it calms down the body. Whatever's going up in here is still your own. That's
Yes.
all yours. You still own it. Those shots don't change you. They don't change your personality. You are who you are. So you show
Mhm.
yourself to be who you are.
And we've
That's
seen who they are.
well, and so those shots don't have anything to do with anything. They've helped me. Now, I know I
Mhm.
still need, there are things that I get depressed about, I still have things.
But that's
And
human.
but right, that's human. That's normal. And when you grow up, you just kind of, you make sure you have a good support system around you, good friends you can talk to, and ways of getting out of feeling icky. You don't sit
Mhm.
there wallowing in a bucket of vomit and spewing it out onto everyone else. Now, there are some people
No.
that enjoy that and send you money when you do that.
Oh, where'd she go?
I don't
Sorry.
know.
I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm going to take you back off and back on, because we are not trying to lose you. Add to stage. Okay. I don't know what happened.
Dad, I keep
Yeah.
thinking of my dad. Stop it! I'm busy right
Yeah.
now. So yeah, there are people that will send you money for that, and when you start the whole stream with, "Oh, I need money," well,
Yeah. Exactly.
like
I know.
I don't understand, and it's exhausting. It's none of it belongs to me. It's
Yeah.
none of it's mine. I don't even know how this. And the only thing
Well,
I can say is this started because I live in Clearwater next to Aaron, and I know Aaron, and I go protesting with Aaron, and she's very jealous of that. All I can think of is jealous. I don't know what else could it be.
I
She
don't
told
either.
him herself she was jealous of him. Are you jealous that I'm this close to Aaron? I mean, it's not like we hang out and go get mani pedis every weekend. It's not like that. We meet, for this. We do this. This is what brings us together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I
what?
don't
How do you
know.
keep that going? How do you keep that going? How? Oh,
I don't
it
know.
hurts. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart
It does me
for her
too.
that she's like that. I just don't get it. Now, also, she triggers me, and this is why I've actually put a wall between
Mhm.
her and I, like emotionally, because I realized what it was, why her words really affected me, and why things she really took me down. Just just the way her beingness, as they say.
Mm.
When I see her doing lives with Aaron and doing lives with DOA, she reminds me of my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was always
Oh,
right, always had to be right, no matter what. Even when you were trying to make up with her, because there was always an argument, there was always
yeah.
drama, there was always something with her. Always. It was fucking constant. Um, she always had to be right. It's always you. She always blamed me for just everything. It was constantly
Yeah.
me. So, and in the end, you take that on as a child, you believe in that, and that's what you grow up with. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I was just crying, watching it, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I know what this is. Oh, Lord, no. And I just quickly broke my little bricks out and mortar, and I'm like, no, we're done. We're done. I don't have to listen to
Yeah.
any of this. Your words
Yeah.
fall out of your mouth and fall to the ground. They have nothing. They bounce. They don't even bounce anywhere near me. Done.
Yeah.
So whenever I get text, she's talking about you again. She just called you a piece of shit. Oh, really? All right. Well, I hope she felt that, because I didn't. I hope it was
Yeah.
worth it. So I
Yeah.
don't even know what to say anymore. I really don't. I'm just sick and tired of being bullied
Yeah.
by people who won't
Exactly.
even try. I'm just sick of the bullying. It's bullying. DOA's a bully and Nora's a bully. And they are bullying us.
Absolutely.
And they're going after
Absolutely.
people's children, going after their family
I
members. We've lost
know.
Poe. We've lost Laurie Plays because they are bullying. Now they're going after people's families. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Don't you have dinner? Don't you have laundry to do or something? Like, get a
I
pet, go take the dog
know.
for a walk, go touch a wall, read a book, something, but crying out loud. I don't
I know.
understand.
I don't understand.
How can someone live in that hate constantly, where you're constantly needed texting people? Oh, find out more. Oh, get information. Oh, do you have
Mhm.
screenshots? Oh, it's like, what kind of
I know.
OCD fucking nightmare is this? Because I ain't
It
got
is
time.
crazy. I don't
Sorry, Susie, I
either.
went off. Sorry, I went off, but
No, you're fine. That's that I wanted to give you that opportunity to go off if you need to. I was just like,
because I've
Cheryl
kept
needs,
quiet, and it's
yes, you
not.
have.
And but it hurt. They are hurting us. It does hurt. I mean, I say, it doesn't matter, but it does. It hurts when people are talking about you like that for no reason. I don't know why she wants to fight me, and Nora just wants someone to fight with
Mhm.
constantly.
All the time.
That's all she wants.
All the
She just
time.
wants to fight with you. She sent me a text after, like, not a text, a thing, a post. Like, shut up, leave me alone, go away. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of irritant or pesticide do I need to get
Yeah.
you to back off? Like, what do I need here?
I don't know. I'm glad she doesn't have my number.
I
Oh.
Well, she stopped texting me because I kept sending her texts like, sis, I can see you're in a rough spot.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, do you want, like, what can I do
Mhm.
for you? I know where you're at. I've been there before. Do you want to?
Oh.
She just wants to fight. She doesn't care. Other people in our group have sent her supportive messages.
Mhm.
Like, okay, we see you. Do you need a hug? All I have is a virtual hug, right? What can I say? No, she rejects any kindness,
Mhm.
any empathy, because she's just evaluating us. This is all Scientology. She's evaluating us.
Yeah.
She's putting everyone's ethics in. She's trying to word clear the hell out of all of us. And, we're not listening to her. So she's just going to keep doing it. That sounds
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
culty to me.
Sounds very culty to me too. I have never seen just so many people that just want to hate other people. I mean,
I, know,
like,
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I mean, like, okay, so DOA he's a nutcase. I'm sorry, but he needs mental help.
Well,
He's
yeah.
I usually call it I usually say he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You
Right.
know, he's off his rocker, he's all these things, and I don't care if people get mad at me for saying that. I don't. He deserves it. He has nothing. I mean, that's nothing compared to what he says about everybody else
Oh,
every
it's
single day.
horrendous. He makes
And his chat.
assumptions. Oh, his chat.
I was
Oh,
watching Laura's. I know her name. I just pronounce it wrong sometimes. I get frustrated with myself. So I was watching Laura's chat the other day when she got him out of jail. And do you know the very first thing he did? He ran over to see how many people were in the chat.
I saw that.
14
Yeah, I
people.
saw that.
And then
Content. It's all content. The life he's living is what a 20-year-old man should be doing, right? He's finding himself
yeah,
and looking at the world and, oh, I'm going to do this thing for a while. A
exactly.
40-year-old man, honey, like, get your life. You should be a little more, I don't know. I'm not anyone to tell anyone how to live or what to do, but generally, a 40-year-old has his stuff together
Mhm.
at this
Or at
point.
least a lot of it, you
Not
know?
this. Yeah. Yeah. Not this. Not this.
I mean,
And so, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. It made me sick. And then all these people were super chatting him right then as soon as he got out of jail. And I'm like, y'all just gave him like how much money to get out of jail, and you're already super chatting him more. Somebody super chatted him $600. I was just like, if somebody super chatted me $600, I'd probably send it back because I would have thought that they made a mistake.
Right.
I would have thought, oh my God, this person
Oh,
is
that's
either
a lot. I didn't
stalker,
even know you could
know?
super chat that much. Really?
Yeah. I would either think they were a stalker or that they had honestly punched a couple too many zeros. I mean,
Well, some people just don't like having money, I guess. They just like
I
giving away,
guess.
which is very nice. But and it's nice that he has support and lots of friends. But it's the kind of
Yeah.
support and friends. That's the only thing. Like I read some of the things. Well, I know what they're doing in the background. Some of his staunchest supporters are
Mhm.
stalking people in the background, stalking people's family
Exactly.
members and their children. That's
Exactly.
sociopathic.
That's sick.
Sociopathic.
It is
That's
sick.
mental. Like
Yeah.
that's crossing boundaries, big freaking boundaries, morals and ethical stuff. And
Mhm.
I'm not even doing the Scientology here, but it crosses boundaries. It's just not nice. It's not right at all. It's just not. It's just not. I don't understand how
Yeah.
you can get
I don't
stuck
know.
there. I don't.
I just don't get it. I don't know. And then, we've got others. Like today, I didn't even know. Like I don't follow Mexican long hair. I don't follow him. I never had anything against him. I just didn't watch him. We just,
Yeah, he did
but
a
then
stream afterwards, didn't he?
yes, did you hear what he called Marilyn?
No.
He called her a goat face, and then he called her a gap-toothed bitch.
My mom had a
So
gap tooth. Don't go there. Oh,
so I
that's
left
not
him
very nice.
a hateful
Like,
mess.
what was the point of that? What is he
Yeah.
trying to prove with that? How good he is to
I mean,
women?
if he wanted to,
What?
have something to say about her content or something, okay.
Yeah,
But he just boom straight to appear, which he was wrong. She's neither, but I'm just saying, you know.
that's awfully. I don't see. I don't get it. It's
So
like
he's on
all
my
these
shit
adults
list.
acting like kids. There's just this is playground stuff.
I
Playground
know.
stuff. Like I really want to start slapping people in the bottom and putting them in the corner.
I do too.
Go
That's
sit on
what
the
they
naughty
deserve.
steps. Go sit on the naughty step.
You can't sit with us. You can't sit with
No,
us. You don't know how to act.
not until, not until.
You're gonna have to grow up.
Jeez.
Oh, I don't know. I was
Wow.
so
Okay. See,
mad.
I didn't, or I just heard he did a stream and he was talking about us. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, geez. See,
Yeah.
I don't watch. everything, because
He kept calling y'all those people. What's wrong with those people? But he was actually like cutting down Marilyn. He would, call her names, but
yeah, see, I
yeah.
don't know, the
I'm like,
misogyny
what the
around here
hell?
is the misogyny around here is absolutely incredible. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, yeah, that's just something I've noticed, and getting
Yeah.
kind of tired of it because fuck the patriarchy at this point. I'm sorry, I had to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously.
I was just mad. I kind of
Oh,
left him alone because
well, she is the
he
greatest of all time. So yeah, her face is goatee. She's the greatest of all
yes,
time. Go
greatest of all
Marilyn.
times. That's right. Yes.
Um,
Absolutely.
that's how I would take it. Yeah, see, it's why are adults? I see. I agree with you. Why don't we complain about each other's content, maybe, or how we do it?
Yes.
People love to tell us how to protest. You're
I
not
know.
protesting. You're not protesting. No, that's right. I'm not.
You're not
I
protesting unless you get arrested.
right. You have to be a criminal. You have to
Yeah.
have a rap sheet. If you don't have a rap sheet, you're not a protester. Okay, so well, that's a lot because I've been protesting all kinds of things for many, many years, and I've never been arrested. Like the cops have come over and said you have to move over that way a little. That's it. Like I've been at
Mhm.
all kinds of protests. Um,
Mhm.
so I don't understand why people,
Mhm.
and we've all got different styles. Dusty does his, I do
Absolutely.
mine. And I do mine for a particular reason
Mhm.
because they see a gray-haired lady and I'm dancing around in a costume or I'm singing a song, something they
Yeah.
recognize, or I'm saying things that they're like, oh, what was that? How does she know about? Oh. So we all have a
Yeah.
reason for doing what we do, and we're all different. Don't tell other
Mhm.
people, don't tell other grandmas how to suck eggs because we already know how to suck eggs. Uh, like I
Mm.
don't particularly like the way some people protest. I don't think you need to get arrested. I think that is crossing the mark. That's crossing boundaries and just getting yourself in trouble. It's not good for you because now it's going to cost you money and you have a friggin' rap
Mhm.
sheet. I was pulled over
Oh, but
once
it's
for
not
speeding.
costing him
That's it.
money.
I got off fine. Oh, well, exactly. Well, see, that's the thing. Now everything's being dictated by money, what you do.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think that's obvious. And that's why I can't watch the people that do that. I just can't. I can't. It
I can't
like
either.
you
It
guys
just
have been going
I
on
like it
talking about Reese.
getting
I met Reese and I knew what was going on. And so I haven't been watching any of that. I know none of
uh-huh.
that. I met her. I'm good. Um, and yeah, see, I've got nothing to say about that because I haven't watched anything, but I don't watch everyone. And
Mhm.
then I get texts and, messages from people. Oh, so and so's talking about you. So and so's talking about you. We're like, well, look at that.
Yeah.
Free publicity. Thank you.
I have way less problems with Reese than I do with Reese's chat. Like,
No, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Reese just,
like she doesn't
she
really
just
say
puts it
much
on herself.
anymore and
Right.
so it's them. I get a lot of Reese chat haters. They come to me and hate
Oh,
me because
really?
yeah, I get much
See,
more
and
of her.
that's grown-ups calling each other names and just being, it's just so, it's, to me, it's very
Mhm.
playground. And
I think so
I think
too.
we need to do like a parasocial growing up. I don't know. I just sit back
Mhm.
sometimes like, why are they, what are they, what did that accomplish? What are we accomplishing here? What are we doing here?
Exactly. Like I
So,
said, every time we have to stop to, defend ourselves or whatever, it's taking time away from fighting Scientology.
yeah,
And that's
I
what I'm
want,
here for.
like, I haven't even been doing my own stuff because, like, for a couple of weeks ago, I was just planning on quitting. I was going to be done. And
Mhm.
I hadn't even finished my dad's story. I've still got to finish my dad's Tales from the Crypt thing that he left me, his handwriting.
Yeah.
And, it's just been very discouraging to
Uh-huh.
have all these people that I don't even friggin' know half of them talking about me or talking about my friends in such an ugly way, making assumptions because they really
Mhm.
don't know. making assumptions, just assumption after assumption, and we all know what assumptions get to. Like, what is wrong with people? And once again, I'm going to reiterate, this is what my therapist told me years ago. 75% of human beings are walking around mentally ill, and they don't know it. They have a mental illness or two, and they don't know it. Like, holy shit, what about the other 25%? Are they okay? He goes, no, they're all locked up. So none of us are free from mental illness.
Really?
It's like, how is your reactive mind reacting? How are you dealing with it? Like, why are we? So, yeah.
Some of their analytical minds are not very good either. Let's be honest.
And these people weren't even in a cult.
I know it.
Like, seriously.
I know it. Oh, man.
Like, I know there's a lot of second gens out there that don't like me now. We didn't get in a fight or anything, and I don't care.
You know, for the year, a little bit over a year that I've been on here, I honestly always came from the position that the second and third gens, you know, they got a lot of grace with me. They, you know, I might not like something they said, but I would kind of look over it. But lately, they don't just get a free ride. Got shit, you know. And I mean, honestly, Nora is her own worst enemy, and her chat is her second worst enemy. They can act like they love her, but they don't.
They feed off each other, don't they? They feed off each other, and it's just, you can see it. She comes on and she's blah, and then they start, and it just starts feeding her into more of a frenzy. It's like a feeding frenzy. It is. It's so, I can't like I said, because now I know she triggers me. She reminds me of someone who did a lot of damage to me. So it's it's a hard one for me. No one else. Yeah, they can talk. I don't care what people say about me. Good. Thank you for talking about me. Thank you for thinking about me. Good for you. I'm wearing spiritual armor. I'm fine. No one's it's not affecting me. But Nora, sometimes it's just the way she does it.
Now you know why. Now you know why.
My mom, and she's always has to be right. She's always right and you're wrong. Always right. And it's like, Jesus Christ, can you give it a break?
I think if you went on there and you took her side 100%, she'd still think you're wrong. I think she's just going to fight.
Look what she did to Erin like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And I freaking knew it. I knew it.
I did too.
But anyway, she sits there. She asks you a question because she wants to know the answer. And then she's and she's not listening to anything you're saying. She's just thinking up the next question, the next gotcha, because it's got to be a gotcha. Well, how about this then, huh? And it's constantly this energy. It's like, oh my God. Oof.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
It's very spiky. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. And that's why I can't let it get to me. I just have to I had to build that little spiritual wall between us because it's too much. I don't need to be sitting here thinking about her and crying during the day. I've got stuff to do. I've got a cat to play with. Right?
I know it.
I've got laundry to do. And telling the Clearwater crew, sorry, we haven't finished ADHD. I'm going from one thing to another. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I do the same thing.
The Clearwater crew, how we're not protesting. We're not protesting at all. So we're in the Mecca. We're in.
I don't know what you're doing if that's not protest. I'm like, what are they talking about? Because you're standing outside.
And they keep saying, we outside, we outside, we outside. Yeah, we outside. Okay, so boom, we outside.
Yeah. You're standing outside of.
We're standing outside. We have signs.
You have signs.
At first, it was just us walking around with our little cameras and our selfie sticks.
Yeah, which is what they do.
Drove them nuts. They were coming out with dogs. Yeah. They were not impressed. And then they're like, oh dear, they're just going to keep coming out, aren't they? And we're like, yes.
Mhm.
And things just got better and better and better. So after a year of going out there,
Absolutely.
and also we know what to say to them. We're not just making stuff up and talking about
Or yelling
aliens
at them
only.
just being ugly, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't
None of that.
think that screaming and yelling and cussing at people is protesting.
No, it's
I
not. It's
That's
not.
not
See, and I was kind of like that at first because I was angry. My dad just
well,
died. I
yeah.
was angry at them. So yeah, I was angry and I was doing some yelling. But like after a
Not
while,
like
it was
what
like,
they do.
that's not how I protest. That's not what we do. That's not how,
Mhm.
and I know that it's not gonna, as soon as someone yells at you, you're gonna shut down. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're in a cult or not. It doesn't matter. That's just human nature. But doing it to Scientologists, they
Mhm.
already have you shut out, right?
Mhm.
So, I got to one the other day. I got to him good. He had to walk away.
Did
It
you?
was so fun. See, you got to know what to say to him. So
Well,
we were
yeah.
standing out
That'd be
there,
clueless.
and I could tell he was a Scientologist because he's very clean cut. They have a very preppy look, the white
Mhm.
boys, right? So he comes around and he's got his arms right in front of me like this. And I'm like, oh, he's coming in with some energy. And his eyeballs did the shaking thing. You know how they do, they've got that
Yeah.
weird look. So his eyeballs
Yeah.
did that shaking thing, and I could feel him piercing into me. And I just smiled at him and went, oh, thank you. I can see right into your time track. And he went, my what? And he walked off. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't even handle it. Now, I say that to any normal person on the street, they'd go, what the hell are you talking about? I got him. I got him good.
Oh
So you've
my
got to know what
god.
to say to them without having to
Mhm.
scream or call them names or body shame them. It's
Mhm.
very easy.
You
Scientology
know,
is a whole different
I had a therapist tell me one time that the best way to get somebody to listen to you was to lower your voice. Don't
yes.
yell at them, lower your
No,
voice.
right. And then they have to come in closer. Oh, what are you saying?
They have to yeah, because they
They have
wanna
to
know
listen.
what you're saying.
Right.
So
And that's just human nature. That's natural lizard brain human nature, things that happen between two people.
mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
knowing how to many people ask, well, what should we be saying to them? Well, you got to say, I don't know. See, there's a lot of things we could say to them to get them to
Mhm.
pay attention. But it certainly isn't by making them shut down immediately.
Yeah, it's not calling them slaves and, just yelling obscenities at them. That
Right.
I've never been a Scientologist, but if somebody starts yelling obscenities at me, I'm gonna shut down because if I don't, I'm gonna punch them in the throat, and
Exactly.
then I'm gonna have to go to jail. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. Right.
So, I mean, which might be funny. Maybe we should be wanting him to yell at people, and then maybe he'll get one like me one of these days, you know,
Well,
punch him
this
right
is
in the
what
throat.
I'm so worried for him because one day he's going to say the wrong thing to the wrong person because he just keeps doing it so much. And one day his number's going to come up and he's going to get clocked,
Mhm.
like seriously clocked. That's my feeling. And I don't want any violence to happen in any protest
No,
anyway. Seriously,
but
like
still,
we
if
need
ever
to.
anybody would deserve it,
See, and
I don't want it.
I'm not about to tell anyone how to protest. If that's how you learn to do it, then go friggin' do it. That's have fun with that. But I know what's going to work on the people here in Clearwater because my family were those people. And I'm going to talk to
Yeah.
them the way I talk to my family. Even if I yelled at because I've yelled at my cousin, I've yelled at my dad. So
Mhm.
I would yell at them the same way.
Mhm.
But not by body shaming them or calling them names or childish
Yeah,
games.
it's just stupid.
Well, it's not
He's
helping. I don't know who we're helping there. You were just helping Scientology in that case because they're sitting there going, they're fighting. Yeah,
exactly. I was I
they're
was thinking
fighting.
about that earlier. I was thinking, another thing is that when he's out, quote unquote protesting and doing it his way, it makes the whole protest look stupid. Like people are going to judge everybody by him. And so
Right.
that's helping Scientology.
It is. Because
So
there used to
if
be
they're
a
not
bunch of
they're
people
not
out
writing
there
him a
with
check.
right. I don't understand how they're not at this point and thanking him, coming out to Big Blue and shaking his hand, practically,
Mhm.
because there used to be a butt ton of people out there all the time between the test
Mhm.
center and Big Blue. There was quite a lot of people, and now it's down to what, 3? And maybe when Tori
Mhm.
goes out there, it's
Mhm.
it's sad. It's sad
It is
because
sad.
Big Blue is one of this biggest between Clearwater and LA
Mhm.
in the Northern Hemisphere. Those are the biggest
Absolutely.
Scientology compounds
Absolutely.
where you can really make a change. And he's around people who know about Scientology, and I'm sure they're sharing information
Mhm.
with him, but I don't know what he's hearing because I've heard him say some things that are really ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
you're hanging around Scientologists. How are you saying that? Why are they letting you say that? Because it's not true. There's just some things I've heard
Yeah.
him scream at people that, what? That's not doing anything for
Yeah.
anyone. That's not even anything.
Yeah. I know.
So,
I agree. And I'm losing patience fast with Laura cuz Laura knows.
I know.
She's
See,
not stupid.
no, she's definitely not stupid.
Mm-mm.
She's no, Laura. See, this
No.
is we can't infantilize her at all. She's we know how
Yeah.
powerful her voice is. We know who she is.
Exactly.
We've been watching her for over a year now. We know who she is. She's a very strong individual who's had
Mhm.
to raise herself and
Mhm.
put her whole thing together, and she's figured out who she is. It's beautiful.
Exactly.
She's a
It's beautiful.
creative person who wants to share her art and her love with people. That is amazing. I love that.
It is. I do too. But what the hell?
But unfortunately, I know, and what can you do? People fall in love. What can you do?
I know.
It's just not. I don't think it's helping anyone.
I don't either.
See, I don't even know what to say about that relationship. I mean, I hope they're happy, but I, I, I kind of, I don't know why. I feel like I need to put it upon her to maybe get him to straighten out a little more, and maybe she's doing that already in the background. I don't know, but
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into words because I don't want to be like judgmental. I'm trying not to be. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. But yeah, I right now I can't deal with Lara. Now if she kicks him to the curb and needs our support and help,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'll be there for her in a
Oh,
friggin'
yeah, me
instant.
too.
I'll always be there for her, no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
Um, she doesn't like me. She's
Yeah.
yeah, doesn't like me anymore, and it's because I'm friends with Erin. But she's
Mhm.
she's boyfriends with DOA. So we kind of
Yeah.
have the same. I don't think you're with
Yeah.
someone who's great.
Yeah.
So, and Erin isn't
Exactly.
my boyfriend.
Yeah. I wanna read some of the starred comments real fast, if that's okay with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Doug Doug says, "If you are anti-Scientology, I am with you. If you support the pro-Scientology movement, I do not support you."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not here for Scientology. Scientology hurt me. And
Yes.
I've always wanted to. I mean, ever since I saw Anonymous protesting, I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
God, look, you can do that. Yeah. Ever
Yeah.
since then, I've been itchy on the inside, and I've never been able to share this side of my life with anyone. And now I can. This is so incredibly healing, and it's so incredibly wonderful. And watching
Mhm.
protests erupt all over the place
Oh, I know.
feels so good because Scientology's hearing from us now. And I never
Absolutely.
thought that would be able to happen. I thought it was just going to be like angry gay Pope and, a couple of people out there doing things, Mark Bunker
Yeah.
maybe doing stuff. But no, this is awesome.
It's
So
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Heat My Shorts says, I've missed a lot, sending support to all who need it. I love that name, Heat My Shorts.
I know that is pretty cool. Some of the handles.
Poet says, Brian Lucas says, Cheryl also bringing in the 2-finger salute.
Yes,
For
happy
LRH.
birthday, LRA.
Yeah.
Wait. Happy birthday to you. Little drum roll on his face for him.
Yeah. Constance June's a new member. Thank you very much. Totally Jersey says, hi, a little late, gonna back up and catch up. Doug says, I went to my first Scientology community panel to help point out to T that her being in DOA's chat makes her look bad. Then I hear she was modding for him. I'm done. I stuck my neck out for her.
I know, and
Yeah.
I really loved her. Some of the videos we did, I've made them private now. Like,
Yeah.
I saw things in the chat. I saw what she was saying in some people's chats, and that really broke my heart. So the first time Nora went off, I think it was T was in there, and she wrote something, and it really broke, like I said, it broke my heart. And the only comment I left was, I'm really surprised by some people in this chat today. And I got scalped. And so I'm sorry, when you talk about my friends.
Exactly.
That way, and you don't even come to me and ask me what the deal is. You just go in there, and then I see you saying something about me. Yeah, I can't. That was very hurtful. And so a lot of people from the beginning, there's so many people that we don't see in the chat anymore that were there, that were very kind apparently, and now they're all gone. Sad. But
Well, I've got some unsubbing to do later because I have really been looking in some of the chats the last couple of days and making a little list of people that I can't support them if they're, I don't like to tell people who to support or not, because I don't think that's my business, but I can tell myself who to support and who not to. And so if I see somebody that is kissing DOA's ass, kissing Nora's ass, they're probably going to get me. I'm going to unsub from them just because I'm not interested anymore. I'm just not interested. I can't do it.
I don't like being around that kind of energy, that nasty, mean, spite. I just don't like it. That's what I grew up with. I don't need that in my life anymore. That's my boundary. I don't want to be around it.
And I don't like them being. I don't like them being like in that chat over there and being that way, and then coming, over to mine or seeing me in theirs or something and being so nice and sweet.
I know.
So
that's what's.
I've told my mods to start booting some people that come into my chat that we know are over on these others talking shit about all of us, and then they come in mine and they're nice. Well, not anymore.
I don't go to those other 80 channels, so I don't see, and then it's people let me know. People tell me, oh, blah, blah, blah. And so then I have to go in and block and stuff. But like, I've been surprised by a lot of people. I really haven't. It's kind of, it's discouraging and it's heartbreaking, but people are going to people. But
so childish and just ridiculous.
Right. You just got to put what you put out, you're going to get back. So all you can do is just be on. I think on this app too, you have to be authentic. You have to be genuine. Even if you put on a professional face, you still. This isn't TV land. This is YouTube, and people really like authenticity, and people people who come on and are genuine because they can read you. People read you. And that's who they they decide if they want to follow or not.
Well, I
So I
want
just
people to know that, like, if they're watching me right now and then we're at the Walmart and they run into me, I'm going to act the same way I am here. Like, this is me. I'm going to
exactly
look like this. I'm going to
right.
act like this. I'm going to talk like this. This is me.
It's the same,
And I
right?
don't know how else to be, you know? And I
Right.
mean, I could probably blow smoke up people's ass and be another way, but it would last about 5 minutes because I'd get tired of it.
Well, that's it. I can't
So,
do that. Like, I just can't. It's too tiring to live that way. I
mhm.
just,
I
yeah, yeah.
know it.
So when someone threatens me with, "Hey, would you say it to my
Mhm.
face?" Yeah, I learned to say it to
Yeah,
people's faces. I did. I grew up on the streets. I didn't grow up inside a cult. I grew up around a
yeah.
cult, not inside one.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I would tell you to your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I would too. If I'm gonna say it to, their back, I would turn them right around and say it to their face too.
If
Because
I have beef with Marilyn, do you think I'm gonna come on here and no, I'm gonna call Marilyn.
yeah,
If I have beef with Natalie, I'm gonna call Natalie. I'm
exactly.
too old to come on here and like if I've got a problem with someone, see, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to make money off of doing that. I think it's
No,
gross. It's
I do
absolutely
too.
disgusting. Like
Mhm.
last night. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cheryl. She's at it. Oh, I'm like, oh God, no, now what? So I turn on, and the first Aaron Smith, Levin, you, Aaron Smith, Levin. She's talking to
Uh,
him through this. It's like, well, she's certainly not talking to me. She's talking to Aaron Smith, Levin. Well, why don't you call
yeah,
him? You got his number.
I
You got
know
his
it.
Facebook. Like,
Don't you love how everybody always says Aaron Smith Levin? Aaron Smith Levin.
well, I've been told to say that for the algorithm because I was
Yeah,
to say Aaron. But
yeah,
like,
I know.
and so it's
But on
just for
my
clicks.
chat
And keep
though,
bringing up his name. It's just for clicks. It's just for clickety clickety clicks. That's it.
yeah. Mm,
And no one's buying subs. You don't make money off of subs.
I
No one's buying subs.
know.
You don't make
I'm
money
like,
off of it. You make money off of memberships. And
yeah,
you can't
or
buy
views.
membership for yourself like
Yeah.
that. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So Lori Sue Cragen Clamped says it seems from a distance that people who have disassociated from a cult would align with one another rather than argue. It's reminiscent of Scientology reporting on one another. Moving
Yeah.
on is important. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Moving on. Tomorrow's another day. Wake up and it's a fresh new day. Don't think of any of the crap that would happen yesterday. It's a brand new day. Just live today. Live in the present. That's what Scientology teaches. You got to be in the
Exactly.
present. So
Mhm.
if you are angry or sad, it's because your thinking is either in the future or in the past. When you're in the present, what are you mad about right now? Well, I don't have a
Yeah.
bagel or a cup of tea. Maybe that's it. That's about it.
Yeah.
What are you mad about
I
right
know.
now? Like be in the
I
come to
know.
the present time. So my daddy told
Mhm.
me all the time, come to present time. I'm
Yeah.
here. Report to the duty,
Present.
sir.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
so
like
Doug said, if you
stop,
support
move on.
DOA or the pro Scientology movement, block me. Don't talk to me. I'm done, he says. Good for him. Janet from
Right.
Another Planet saying hi.
Hi, Janet.
Bobby Joe Kellogg says, we all need to call these super trolls out. Yes, we do. It's time. I mean, as much as I hate it, I hate the drama. I truly do. I would much rather talk about Scientology and get 200 views than talk about
Right.
drama and get 3,000 views. I really
Right.
would. I mean, it's nice to get that money, but as far as what I prefer, I feel more excited when I hit 200 views on a Scientology chat or live, whatever, than I do over 3,000 when it was drama, you know.
Right.
And so, but I'm not going to back down from drama if people want it. If they want to dish it out, I'll serve it right back to them.
Well, that's all they seem to
So,
be doing on that side.
mhm. Renee
But it's
Noel says it's okay to like Aaron and be on the right side of history. Cindy Pierre says, I started watching her live and in 3 minutes I was done. She's a big ball of anger and I won't let
yeah,
that in my life. Absolutely, Cindy. I agree with you. Marilee says, Renee, and it's okay to not like Aaron. Just don't slam people no matter who you support. Absolutely. Marilee, for one, is not a huge fan. She's not a hater, but she's not a huge Aaron fan.
No, and I totally
But
get that.
absolutely. That's fine. She doesn't slam him. She doesn't slam him. She just quietly doesn't care for him. And I'm fine with it.
You don't have
I'm
to
sure
watch him or follow him or anything.
No, exactly. And she, she's very clear with how she feels, and I like that. But she doesn't have to be ugly to be clear with how she feels. She'll just quietly, I'm not a big fan, but whatever. She's great. Anyway, so Tor Force, thank you so much for the super chat. That is sorry, not $600. $20. He said, sorry, not $600. I'm serious. I think I would send it back because I would think that they're either.
Doesn't YouTube keep 30%?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you Venmo maybe, or one of those other?
Yes, if you're going to do that much, because they want the attention of having sent it. When you're sending that kind of a super chat, you want the attention.
Damn,
of the chat. I know, I about fell over. I backed his video up the other day to make sure that it said that it was $600.
Wow.
I mean, I've had some decent chats, super chats before, and I appreciate them with all my heart. But
absolutely.
That was, I'm like, who are these people that are watching him? So Joel McCoy says that Laura has some serious issues, but she's a big part of this, and she's a broken toy. I agree.
That's why I think he's been able to manipulate his way into her psyche. That's what I think. Now, and I don't mean to make her look weak in any instance saying
no, I don't either. I don't either.
Because I don't think that about her at all. To me, she's one of the toughest chicks out there.
I think so too. I think that she's in trouble in a lot of ways.
That he was able to, because I don't know, I just see the way he is, just and where he's come from and what he's done in the past, how he's acted with other groups, that what he's done, he's really he's just manipulated his way into her, and and then they fell in love. But he manipulated.
I want to go grab her and bring her to Oklahoma where he doesn't know where she's at, and say, listen, we're just going to sit over here. We're going to have some tea. We're not going to do any kinds of drugs. We're just going to, no drinking, we're just going to be, we're going to detox, we're going to, and I'm not against some.
I don't judge. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah. Just don't make it a problem to other people.
She needs to come down off of all that stuff. Cause I think if she could ever come down off of everything, him included, that maybe she would wake up, because I just want her to be okay. I want her to be okay. And I was
in speaking with the other side, they really believe, this is how they've expressed their feelings about him to me. He's a very kind person. If you need him, he'll be there in an instant. When I was sick, he brought me soup. Yeah, well, guess what? My mod from 5 states away sent me matzo ball soup too. So I don't know. Anyone can do that. But you know what I mean? They really do have a friendship with him. They find him to be such a lovely, wonderful, kind person. Now, two things can exist at the same time.
Yes,
but he's not showing me that side. No. All I've seen is, and then bringing my name up. I've never met DOA. He brings my name up. His mods bring my name up, and they speak of me in very unkind terms. I don't even know these people. Did we meet when I went to LA? I don't remember. Lara was there. I think I met Ashley. Audit LA, I know I met for sure. Tori. I don't remember meeting any of those people. Why is my name in your mouth? Why is my name in your mouth, señorita?
Yeah.
Cállate la boca. These people are just sociopathically hating because they're missing something, a hobby. They need something else to do in their life. They got stuck in an incident and they're just loving being there, and it's very hateful. It's very, very hateful. I don't know why they keep doing this. Well, I mean, for clicks, you know why.
So Doug said, I lost seeing my friend Poe. His channel was
Yeah,
my safe place. Poe has always treated me good, and DOA laughed about chasing Poe away. Yeah,
yeah. I
I'm
still
still
talk to
salty
Poe.
over that one.
He's my friend. Yeah,
I
that
send him
really
my
because
best.
they were
I
attacking
miss
his
seeing him.
family. They went
Yes.
in. Yes, they started and they were putting up all these dating sites for him, looking for gay people and all kinds of they
Yeah.
were doing. It was a horrible hit job they did
Yeah.
on him, and he's
I
got a
don't blame
family. And
him.
once again, anyone if their family's getting attacked, I fully understand. Like Laurie Plays, they started looking into her and her family's information.
And
That's
it's
not
like,
right.
why? Who does she hurt? You know?
Exactly, Laurie.
You know
So
why?
we're
It's
pissed
because
because
of
we're
Aaron.
one man down. We've lost Laurie Place now because of
Mhm.
those kind of people.
Mhm.
The Potato SPTV Foundation, the potato cartoon people,
Yeah.
they did a little short about me, and all they got is me talking about my dad being in a David Bowie video. Is that all you got? Like you couldn't
I
find
can't
me
remember what they said about me. It was something
cussing?
so
You can't.
ridiculous.
I know I've cussed a lot. Isn't there anything in there that I've no? You just got
Yeah.
that. That's all you got. Oh, like
Yeah.
seriously, you spent a whole day hating on me, and this is what you come up with?
Mhm.
Like
I think they said
why?
that I am battling this was before several months ago. I think they said I was battling cancer or that I said I'm battling cancer or something, but that doesn't get me a free ride. And I thought, ooh, burn.
Oh,
A
ooh, that
whole
hurt.
video, and that
Ow.
was the worst they
Yeah,
said. I'm just
really. I've got cancer, and that's the best you can come at me with, dude.
yeah,
Life is hitting me harder than you are. Fuck off.
yeah.
Yeah, like really, for reals. Try harder. Try harder. Well, or
Yeah,
don't. How about go learn crochet? Crochet. You
yeah,
can make such
go
cute
crochet.
things.
So,
Nora,
yeah, Miss
right.
Calico says that Nora's spoiling for a fight. She
She just
is.
wants to fight. She came on with Aaron wanting to make up. No, 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 no. She was just in for a fight. She just wanted a fight. Immediately after that live, she did another one, screaming and crying, and he's this and that. Again, like nonstop. She just
Mhm,
wants to fight. Me, Sandy, Natalie, all of us have all sent like, sis, what can we do for you? Seriously, like we care. What's
mhm.
wrong? Can we? You need to.
Yeah,
No. She just wants to
yeah.
fight. She's putting in ethics on
Oh,
everyone, apparently. It's
mm,
really tiring. It's very tiring because I don't need to talk about her. Who is she to me? No one. She don't pay my damn
yeah.
bills.
Oh,
Why
I
are you talking
know.
about me?
Bobby Joe
See?
Kellogg says, "I'm a
I
gap
know.
tooth."
I love Bobby Joe. I love she's my girl up in Michigan. Yeah, my mom had a gap tooth. I'm sorry, I'm trauma bonded to my mom. I loved her too. So don't do that
Yeah.
to gap tooth people. Don't say that. They're a bunch of
LPB
bullies.
says they're a bunch of bullies. Absolutely.
That's all they are. It's just bully mentality. It's bully energy, bully vibes. That's all it is. And we're grown-ups.
Oh, this is sweet.
Oh, gee, buddy.
It says, hello, Cheryl, Susie in chat. Love all that you do, and it's wrong for all of you to get drugged through the mud. It is. I get the least of it. I think I'm just such a small channel that they're like, ugh, nobody's watching her anyway. But
But we should
oh
be on the
well.
same side. Do you know how much we could accomplish if we
I
were all on
know.
the same side? We could get so much farther
Yeah.
if we're all on the
Well,
same
look how
side.
much
That's all I want.
look how much was getting done, like say a year and a half ago. Look at how much was getting done a year and a half year ago when everybody was fighting the same battle. Who was our big enemy at the time? Stephanie Hutchison. Do you remember?
Oh, that's right. Yes,
The
yes,
only
yes, yes.
person that we all thought was Stephanie.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's
She
like
was the
Stephanie's
bully.
forgotten.
And then
And
everyone just jumped on the bandwagon with her.
and then all these people that have jumped on the bandwagon with her were calling her out and huge supporters of Aaron at the time. And now they love her and hate him. I'm like, nobody changed but them. They changed.
Right.
It wasn't the rest of us. It wasn't the fight. It wasn't us. It was them.
No.
They
And
changed.
to me, that's all people's own personal stuff, why they're flip-flopping to this person and then that person. It's just, yeah, just putting it all out there for some reason for everyone to see.
Miss
Yeah,
Calico also says, goat-faced and gap-toothed are not insults. Goats are cute, smart, funny, and brave, and some of the most beautiful people in the world are gap-toothed, including
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
My nana was gap-toothed too, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a terrible thing to say about Marilyn. I agree. Okay, here's a question. Let's see here. Question. I watched Marilyn stream today. Did she ever say, if we are in Mexican Longhair's chat, we will get blocked in her channel? I never heard that. I never heard her say that. I heard her say,
I didn't hear her say that.
You're over there, like it. What we were saying, and I wasn't on the screen, but I'm going to just insert myself into this. I think it was kind of like, if we see you over there shit talking us, then don't be bothering coming over here on my chat. Like if you're over there,
yeah, she was just trying to lay a boundary.
Yeah.
I think she was just trying to set a personal boundary. I don't think she was trying to put people down or anything. No, not that way.
No, I think it was just that way. Like, but I mean, why would you want to? Like if I was over on Maryland's shit talking Cheryl, why would I then want to go over to Cheryl's and be like, hey, good buddy? You know, like that's stupid. That's two-faced.
How do people do that? I don't understand. Right. How do people do that?
That's what we're trying to get rid of. That's what we're trying to get rid of. Like if you want to be over here and you agree with him that Marilyn is a goat-faced, gap-toothed bitch, then stay over there. You know? But while you're at it, you can just stay over there away from mine too, because if you put down my friends, I'm done with it. I've had enough.
I've had enough. My channel, I didn't build my channel to be hating on anyone. That my life has been filled with growing up with a family that was like that. I don't need that anymore in my life. I just don't, and I can't accept it. I just don't have the bandwidth for it.
I don't either.
Like I said, at the same time that Nora really hurts me, I feel bad for her because I see angst, I see pain. I don't see her anger. I just see pain. Do you know what I mean? And that's what hurts me is seeing that. And and then she starts insulting me. Today she called me a piece of shit. And then she was mad I have a spatula. Like, bitch, I can't do anything. I can't breathe. I can't eat pizza. I can't stand around high-fiving people. I can't stand around on the street. Why is she mad at everything I do? It really feels like what? See, I can't. I don't even know if I should say that out loud. But
DOA and them eat. So what does it matter if you all eat?
Always eating on. Yeah, I can't. And even so does Streets. I can't stand it. I told Aaron to tell him to stop freaking eating when he's on, or pull the phone away. Stop talking and eat. It drives me insane. I have misophonia. I hate listening to people chew. I hate watching people eat. To me it's
I don't know. It just all. You all are out protesting at the dinner hour. A lot of them have come from work, whatever, but it is the dinner hour.
Right.
So the fact that you grab some pizza while you're there, I mean, you've even got Tom Cruise and David Miscavige there.
Why is that a problem? I don't get it. If we bring snacks and water, why is that a problem? Why is that something to bring up about people protesting in Clearwater, the Vatican of Scientology?
Absolutely.
Where David Miscavige might be up in the building hearing people honking downstairs because we're there. Oh, dear. Why do we who gives a crap what we're eating or what we're wearing or whatever? I mean, I do like to wear silly stuff.
But Tom Cruise's apartment isn't very far. He might be hearing that honking too.
His sister walks by. She hears us. She's up there. She hears it. So John Travolta's been driving by for the past 2 weeks. That's the funniest, Susie. That's the freaking funniest. And like people are asking, well, do you think he's driving by just to see you guys? And I'm like, at this point, I think so. Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Because
Maybe you should
last
offer him
week
pizza.
it was twice, and he drove by like this with the phone. We
Oh
drove
my
by like
god.
this. Well,
You know,
okay, either
the thing
phone
is he
tech you're
doesn't
covering
like
your face, we know who you are, John,
yeah.
or he's filming us, which to me, oh my god, that I'm sorry, I'm a clout chase on that.
Well, what I
But
think is funny is that he, I've heard anyway that he doesn't like Tom Cruise. I mean, I
right,
can't stand Tom Cruise, but I've heard he doesn't like him either. So maybe he's thinking it's funny that y'all got that Tom Cruise thing up there.
exactly. Like he
So
just wants to
I
make
would
sure.
offer him
Wait,
some
is that a cutout of Tommy? Like I really think he's been driving by just to check on it and see
Yeah,
what's
I do
going. What are
too.
we doing out there? Because they're all talking about it inside. Because every week
Oh
there's a
yeah.
different vibe around there. The things they say to us, the way they act towards us, and the things they say, and the kids, the way they have
Mhm.
the kids say certain things to us. So they're in there talking about us. You can't tell
Oh
me our
yeah.
protest isn't doing anything.
Oh,
You
I
just
know.
can't.
I believe it's doing. I think it's doing great.
If you don't like the way we protest, you don't have to watch because there's a whole bunch of other people out there screaming and yelling obscenities. If you like to go watch that, then go watch that. But we're over here in
Mhm.
Clearwater having fun, not getting arrested, eating pizza, high fiving people, dancing, having 30-second dance competitions, chalking,
Singing,
laughing, singing.
listening to that street preacher guy.
Oh, yeah, he was out last night, apparently.
Was he? Oh god.
Yeah,
I
we
wanted
missed him.
I wanted to fly to Clearwater and whip his ass. What I want to do is I pray if I get to come there. I'm planning to be there for the Lisa McPherson thing in December.
Yes.
So what I want to
Yes.
do is I am praying that he's there because I want to walk over there to him and I can preach right back at him because I know all those verses and I would say the verses, not just the
Right.
BS.
That's what I want someone to do because, okay, I've been around very religious people and he wasn't saying anything I've ever heard from the
Mm-mm.
Bible, Susie. He
No, he
wasn't
was just saying his own stuff.
his own his own
Mhm.
hatred for humanity, the things that humans do that he doesn't like, that he considers Sodom and Gomorrah. He
Mhm.
wasn't. I'm sitting there,
Mm-mm.
and so I
He
go,
he wasn't
Jerry,
quoting scripture.
right? Sarasota Jerry and I are like, I'm like, is he? Have you heard any of it? Is this Bible stuff? I go because I don't recognize it, and he's like, no, he's just preaching hate. There's nothing there that
Mhm.
comes from. He's not said anything
No, he hadn't.
that's written in the Bible. Nothing. So I would love for someone to stand there and just hit him back with some truths because
Yeah, that's what I
he's
wanna
very
do.
obnoxious and he just goes out there to another hater. See, yeah, it's the age of if you've got hate in your heart, go outside and yell about it.
Yeah, I wanna go over there, and if he's there, I wanna stand right in front of him, and when he says something, I'm gonna say something louder because I am
Counter,
loud when I wanna be,
yeah,
or if he says something, I wanna be able to counter with, quick with something that goes against what he's saying
right. That's
because
in the Bible
he's just
still.
preaching hate,
That's all
he's
he's
just
doing.
preaching
That's all
hate.
he's doing. We're all fornicators and I'm a witch. Well, I am. I've got a diploma up there. It says I'm a witch. I'm not kidding. But I'm a good witch.
Well, I've
um,
got a lot of things that say I'm a bitch, so does that count? 'Cause
no, that counts too. Hey, that's just
good.
part of being a woman. That just means that you
Mhm.
put to good use your womanhood. That's all.
Yes.
The time
I
came
was
and you
known
had to put it out
I
there.
was called the newspaper bitch for many years, so I'm gonna
Oh,
own it.
really?
Yes, because I owned a newspaper, and they
Right.
didn't like it when I would tell the truth. They wanted me to, sugarcoat things and make it okay that they acted
Please.
foolish. They
Yeah.
they weren't they weren't embarrassed to do the shitty things. They were just embarrassed if I told that they did the
Right, if you
shitty
talked
things.
about it, right. If they got
Yeah,
caught. Exactly.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
George.
So
I
yeah, I know, and he's just
love
the
George
sweetest.
so much. And back
Yeah,
by big acclaim.
yeah.
He's back.
Janet from Another Planet says, "I thought good things were coming from Nora after her chat with
Right,
Aaron, so I checked her channel the next day and I was flabbergasted."
right.
I
When
know.
I was
Shannon,
told, I'm gonna say,
I have a shirt that says all my flabbers are gasted.
oh, you do? Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
mine,
Oh.
because I was just taking a nap, my fibromyalgia afternoon nap, and
Uh-huh.
someone texted, "Bing, bing," and I'm like, "Oh
Uh-huh.
no, what? Nora and Aaron are doing one?" Because just
I
2
know.
weeks ago, he had asked her, "Hey, do you want to make up?" And she said no. So I'm like, "Okay." Then maybe
Yeah.
she's like, "All right," she's thought about it and she wants to make up. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so awesome. This is so great. We can all come together again. This will be so cool." Because
Yes.
this Nora separation really divides us a lot. It
Yeah.
causes a lot of
Agreed.
divide within the group. So it's been very upsetting. So, okay. So
Absolutely.
then I start watching, and within 30 seconds, I knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah. I
It
think
had
he did
nothing
too, though.
to do with anything else other than she needed some clicky clicks, and if she did one with Aaron, maybe it would bring in a lot of
Mhm.
attention. And that's what I thought it
See, she
was,
did
because
that, and
she
then
wasn't contrite
he
about
did
anything
uh-uh. She did that that day, and then that night, DOA
immediately
was mad about
afterwards.
it.
Yeah.
He was mad about her talking to Aaron. So then the next day, she was right back, and I thought, "Well, we know what she's doing. She's"
Yeah. Just she sat there I shouldn't have done that, spitting and screaming about him again,
Yeah.
and in ways that are just assumptions that are not reality, because there's a lot of
Mhm.
misreality. And I know I just made up a word, but there's a lot of misreality in her
Mhm.
rantings.
Yeah.
Um, and like she's telling everyone, "Oh, misinformation, misinformation." No, honey. Oh, misreality. You're stuck in
Mhm.
that incident.
Yeah.
Do we need a little
Yeah.
angel with a chariot to come get you out? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Are you going through the
Constantine said,
dog? There's an
"I would
incident where you
recommend a
travel through the
class."
dog. Sorry.
I would recommend a class in no, you're fine. In active listening for her. They really have classes on that. One of the
Yes,
best
no, they
classes
do.
I ever took.
And
Yeah, they do.
I had to, right. I had to learn this in therapy. I did. This is where I was taught how to communicate. And then I joined a cult, and they also taught me how to communicate, because that's what they do. But I learned that 50% of communicating is listening. So 50% is you sharing information, and then another person, when they share their information, you listen. But you have to actively listen. That means you have to be in present time. That
Mhm.
means you have to be here right now, focused on what they're saying, and actually taking those words in, not thinking about your shopping list or what you're going to say next, what I'm going to say
Yeah.
next, what I'm going to say
What
next.
am I
It's
yeah.
You have to actively, and that took me, I've got to say, a couple of years, because I was just used to reacting. It took me a while to understand that,
Yeah.
and like really be able to put it to work. It's difficult. It's neuroplasticity. You
Mhm.
have to physically change your own brain
Yeah,
by
you do.
doing those things, but you have to actively put yourself in that situation and do those things, and then your brain starts to catch up. It's like fake it
Mhm.
till you make it. That's what you're doing with your
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I don't know even know what I was talking about that now.
No, I know what you were talking
But
about.
that's
So
what I
Doug
learned how to
says,
communicate.
yeah. Doug says Nora has crossed a line in the sand. I can never forget what she has done. I will never trust her. She could come to us crying and begging for forgiveness. Forgiveness is given, but forgetting never.
Like I said, if she ever would need me for anything, I'll be there for
Yeah.
her in a second. I really would, but at an arm's length.
Mhm. I
I
understand that.
wouldn't fully be able to trust her, but I would definitely do anything if she needs me there for her.
Yeah.
She's a
Tor
fellow
Force
woman.
says, I've become very, very judicious in who I watch now after being burned. I'll give them a second chance, but after that, I'm done. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because a lot of people, you get invested in this. Like I've made a lot of friends here. If I turn my computer off, I'm alone again. But I have a lot of friends on here. You know what I mean? But there are lots of people now that I can actually call and text and communicate with,
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
which I love. But yeah, I can't watch half of the things going on. I don't watch, and I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't, because I
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch it. It hurts my soul.
Oh, I know. Buckled Up Buttercup says, I just can't understand how someone can think it's okay to take a verbal blowtorch to an old friend for hours a day for months. Ask why, and you get meaningless word salad. So weird. That's true.
It's just because he's this, he's that, is the other. She's never come up with any other receipts other than what we already know, which is just human nature. So I don't know. It's just how do you just sit there? To me, that's just doing
I don't
Scientology.
know.
It's just sitting
Yeah.
there like my
Yeah.
dad. Okay, I've got it. How my dad didn't want me hanging out with my uncle. He was very jealous of my uncle because he knew I cared for my uncle. My dad was very, very jealous. So the minute I arrive, and I'm in touch with my dad and my uncle, by text or Facebook or whatever, here or there. So I finally come to move to Florida to take care of my dad. And on day one, my dad sat me down and basically dead agented my uncle. Well, since your aunt has died, he's done this, and this. He's not a good person. And he did that for like the first 7 days I was here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took a walk over and went to see my uncle, and none of it was true. My uncle was still the same old lovely person he was. And it was just my dad, it's how Scientologists, they want to cut you off from people. If I don't like them, they're bad now, and you can't be. Well, that's a childish LRH thought. It's not yours or mine. So can we put that aside? That would be great. But that's what they do. And
So
a meaningless word salad. It comes always with a meaningless word salad.
Of course. Absolutely. Janet says, I find sometimes chats are so crazy. You think someone means something and you agree, then you find out they say more and more completely disagree. It feels like yikes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
think I'm
get
getting
that.
better at it now, but at the beginning I was really confused because I watched YouTube for years and never, ever looked at any chats for
Yeah, me
years.
too.
Then all of a sudden now there's a chat. And with my ADHD and stuff and growing up with a narcissist mother, I never know, I always question myself quite a bit. I never know if I can make the right decision.
Mhm.
So reading some of the chats is like, wait, do they mean this or do they mean that? I get
Yeah.
I'm getting better now at kind of sussing it out because of what's, now. But yet sometimes I'm like,
I do
don't
too.
know.
I'll be like,
They're friend or foe. I don't know what to feel about that. I get very confused sometimes. But yeah, that happens a lot, Janet. A lot.
Yep. So let's see here. Oh well. Thanks,
Yes,
Tor, for the gifted memberships. That means a lot. Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah. I talked to a friend who works at a large law firm. She watched the clips of DOA. She said it's hate crime when you vandalize and spew hateful words at any religion, period. Good.
If you do anything to a religious building, even if you were just to pull out a pansy from their front yard, that would be considered a hate crime because it is protected by the First Amendment as a religion. And there's a whole thing on that. So that's why it wasn't very wise of him to do what he did and then do it on camera.
Yeah.
The planters. Yeah, I know. None of us wanted the planters there. Order LA worked her ass off. Order LA worked her ass off getting those planters removed.
Yeah.
You can't vandalize. That's childish. That's a childish way of doing things.
Well, the thing
I'm
is,
not telling anyone how not to protest, but that's not how we do it.
yeah. And DOA was saying, well, they weren't on Scientology property and everything. But the thing is it doesn't matter.
Provided as a city beautification program.
Yeah. That would have been up to the city to have, said get rid of them.
Exactly.
Not for
So you book a plane
DOA
to
to
the city.
destroy
You don't
them.
right. You don't stand outside and pull everything apart and leave a friggin'
Mm-mm.
mess in the middle of the street now for everyone else to deal with.
Yeah.
That's what a child does.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't see that that was all that hard to understand, that just because somebody puts something on well, for one thing, he doesn't like it if anybody tears down his signs that are on public property. So, so why is it that you can't tear down my signs, but I can go tear down your planters? It doesn't make sense.
Revenge and
He
retaliation.
knows.
It's not, it's childish feelings. It's childish fifis. Yeah. Yeah, you can't mess with. See, this is why this is different. It's a religion. This isn't just protesting, any other a group. This is a religion.
This is funny. Susie and Cheryl, my favorite flavors, salty and spicy.
Thank you.
Buckled Up Buttercup says, I'm a never end, so I need to keep it simple. If you act the way Osa would pay you to act, you might as well be Osa. Very true.
Well, that's like Eric Rader said, and it made total sense. Like it's like they're pro Scientology because
they might as well be.
There aren't that many people protesting anymore, and like a lot of where's Mindy, where's Kelly, and I don't even but where's all the people? Hellcat, we lost. Confident Chris has been going out, I think, but not doing any of this. Like where's all those other people that were out before? There used to be a big group.
Yeah,
it's just sad.
Chris has got kind of weird though. He's like all against streets now, and
I know he went the other way, but people in, like I said, but that's. I don't think. See, that's pro Scientology. You stopped people from actually wanting to do that, so that you're helping them. You're not helping. We should all be together. The more of us, the better. United we stand. Let's all go out there together, shoulder to shoulder, and protest them.
There's you one.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl, if you had beef with me, I'd cry and apologize.
I would crochet you something. That would never happen. I know. Same, Marilyn. Same. Yeah, no. See, I've met some really, really good people here that I really care for, and I like that.
Yeah. This one, now, I agree here completely. To be honest, I stopped watching her when I thought I was going to watch a stroke or heart attack live.
Right. Okay. See, I've talked with Rib Guy about this. It's not the shots.
No.
The shots calm down your body, your physical body, not your mind. Your mind is still yours. Everything you own in there is still yours. So if you have things in there that make you anxious and depressed and you keep bouncing on those, that's more of what you're going to get. I'm just physically calmer. I'm not having the intrusive thoughts. It's calmed down the sympathetic fight or flight that was really affecting me in every way of my life. So when I go get these shots, it really helps even with my gut. I have, digestive issues. It helps everything. So they've helped me. And I know I'm on groups that we talk about these shots every day. And a lot of people have very weird reactions and people put up, but it's not done that to anyone else. So that's just who she is. It's got nothing to do with the shots made space in her brain for her to realize things and now all of a sudden see things. No, that's who you were to begin with. But no, I see what you're doing, guy.
The whole stroke or heart attack, I was like, yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna give herself an aneurysm. Like you can see the veins. Like, oh, so I have to watch it in double or listen to it in double speed because I'm scared. I can't just it worries me for her that she's affecting her health. She doesn't even see it. She doesn't even care that we care about that.
I know. So Shanti says, in my opinion, Nora is like Don Quixote. She thinks she's a righteous fighter, when in reality, she's projecting her own issues onto others. She's hurting herself and others. Very
So
true.
100%, so 100%. And also, I grew up in Spain, so the story of Don Quixote de la Mancha is very within me.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
she's fighting windmills that aren't there.
Yeah.
And she believes she's a righteous fighter, but who are you fighting for? What is all this anger for?
Yeah, who
What
are
is
you fighting
happening?
for? The
And
best thing that she could do if she hates Aaron so much is ignore him. Just ignore
totally,
him. And then her chat would
absolutely,
ignore him. And
yeah,
then, you know, but the way she's
absolutely,
doing it, people just think she's crazy, so then they wanna go see what he's talking about that's making her so crazy. She's taking
right.
people to him.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And all I see is this is all projection. Everything coming out of her is all her own
Yeah.
feelings about herself.
Mhm.
It's not about him at all. None of it. She doesn't like him because of something, but she's attributing all her own feelings to him.
Mhm.
And that
I
is,
think
it's a survival mechanism. It's a coping mechanism. It's very unhealthy.
I
But
think that she
she
doesn't
hasn't
like him
gotten
because
there
he's
yet.
so successful. You know, he's
Okay,
so
well,
much more successful than her.
right. He's a big, handsome boy, a guy that has been successful in life. He has been. Uh, and he's done really well. And so he has ego, but he has
Yeah.
insecurities just like anyone
Mhm.
else. And they show up. Um,
Mhm.
but she is, I don't know, I just see a lot of projected jealousy because if you watch them both together, and he put up that little clip of her saying, I was so jealous of you. I was stuck here
Mhm.
as the world's best word clearer, and you were moving up. And
Yeah.
so to me, I don't know, my own inner thing just sees it as this is all projection on her own part, and she needs to work through that for herself. It's got nothing
Mhm.
to do with Aaron. She's just attributing everything to him, these feelings she has about him,
Mhm.
and pulling in other people along, which isn't
Mhm.
very nice. Um,
No.
but it's very unhealthy for her. It's her own stuff about herself. And until you realize that, I remember realizing those things and looking at it's not the events or what someone said, it's
Mhm.
how I reacted and brought myself to be in those moments, how I've reacted at every turn, and how the decisions that I've made when I've had conflict with other people. And she's
Mhm.
not looking at any of that, bless. She's just not. So I'm hoping she's working on other stuff because
Yeah,
she's
I
totally
hope.
missing the mark on that. But it's projection.
Yeah, I like this one too. It says, I heard Natalie discussing with Aaron that in Scientology they are always on a mission. So it clicked for me that Nora is constantly on a mission.
She's constantly
Absolutely.
evaluating us, which is a Scientology thing. That means telling other people who they are. When I'm evaluating you, I'm telling you who you are. I'm not allowing
Mhm.
you to be who you are. I'm telling you who you are. She's evaluating us. She is putting in ethics on everyone. They're not behaving the way they should, the way she thinks we should
Mhm.
be behaving.
Yeah.
She's putting in ethics on everyone. She goes, even in her life, she tells people to go look up words. So she's still word clearing.
Oh, that
She's
gets on my
still,
nerves.
and
Oh my
it's that
god, or
talking
when she's
shit about
insulting about
others.
it, when
Very,
she'll
very
be all
condescending. She's very
insulting
condescending.
and, like, she'll
Very.
bring up the definition of a word, like, I'm thinking, "I know what the word means, I don't need for you to give me the definition of it."
And it's
You
that
know?
Scientology condescension. They're always patronizing. They're always condescending to you. You're not
Mhm.
good enough. I know better. You listen
Mhm.
to me. And it's that vibe. It's that
Yeah.
vibe. It's like, oh yeah, it's irritating AF.
Not a clinician, but I do have a master's in psychology. The man is in need of diagnosis and appropriate medication. He is not stable. That's an educated opinion. I agree.
Yes, thank you, Rosalind. Now, I'm only saying from experience. I had a friend whose brother was schizophrenic, OCD, and bipolar, and I just recognize certain things that I've seen in him. And it seems to be every half a moon cycle, he will, for
Yeah.
He'll lose it here, and then he's happy there, and then you lose it. And to me, the OCD bipolar thing really. Now, I don't know. I'm not a friggin' clinician at all. I've had to heal my own self through all my stuff, but yeah, I feel he needs better support, better friends. I think he needs
Yeah.
someone go tell him, just go home, dude. Just go home, sit
Yeah.
down, chill out, like put the
Mhm.
megaphone down for a little bit.
Go get a job.
Get a
What would he be
job.
qualified for, you know?
Well, apparently he used to do construction with his dad.
Yeah, go do that.
Go do that.
I like this one. As an Aussie, I'm very disappointed with T. I am too.
Oh,
I'm not an
see,
Aussie, but I'm disappointed.
I know it. That one hurts. That one hurts. Like
Mhm.
for a lot of people, I'm like, I don't care about you. I didn't
Yeah.
really, but
Yeah.
that one kind of hurts.
Yeah, it does. It does. It kinda
It
hurts, and I know
stings.
people that just love her, and I love those people, and so we are in a lot of the same chats, or I'm in these other people's chats, and she's on their show with them, and I just I have to back myself out at this point because I can't. I just can't. I can't sit
I've just
and
seen
not
what she said
see what
about.
I know, you
Yeah,
know?
she said some things about my friends and me that
Mhm.
I didn't find very inviting.
So, if someone isn't being supportive to a person with cancer, they're just plain mean and without a conscience and without empathy. Well, thank you. I don't think I get a free pass because I had cancer. I love saying that because I'm in remission. So I don't think that I get a free pass. But I also don't think that it should be used against me, you know? Like, if that's the
Or the
worst you
way,
got,
right?
yeah,
Or right, if that's the worst you got, oh my god, really?
yeah,
Or the way it was
yeah.
used against like Natalie and my Tony with the stuff they said about him was
Yes.
absolutely disgraceful.
Oh, I know it.
But no, yeah,
Aw.
absolutely. Why are you talking? What? Yeah.
Venus Blue, just wanted to say how much I love you too. Thank
Thank
you. That is
you.
so sweet. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, here we go. If you're going to protest for any length of time, you need snacks and water. Nora is
Right?
just angry that you're that you're planning well for your protest because she has to be angry with something all the time. Exactly.
Right. Like,
Damn,
what? How is
damn them
that a
thinking in
problem?
advance.
There's a group of us now. Number one, we've built up a core little group who are
Yes.
just freaking adorable. Um,
Mhm.
and we go out every week and do this. And we meet on other days too to do it if we
Yeah,
can. And so
I
we bring
know it.
snacks. We're a nice bunch of people. That's kind of an American
Mhm.
thing to do, right? You know, you get together and you barbecue or you do something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're just having a good time out there while we protest. Sometimes we're out there for a couple hours. We need water and we need snacks.
Mhm. Mm. I'm not sure who this one is. And I'm hearing my echo in the back. I don't know why it's doing that, but Janet says, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I give a lot of admiration to a young guy in Chicago on his skateboard. I remember hearing something about this guy on his skateboard, but I don't know who it
Really?
is.
Oh, I haven't heard. Who is that? I don't know about him.
I don't know.
Is this a news streamer or something?
I
Because
don't
I know
know. Or
Trashy's come back, and I know I've seen, yeah, a couple of the others out there, but I don't even know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going up there too, and I don't know what's going on in Chicago. I just stay out of it. Oh, thank you, my shorts. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
he is
you.
he's not a fan of Brett Miller.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, when I learned, see, I knew stuff in the background before other people did, and I was just freaking
Mhm. Yeah.
gobsmacked by what I found out. And then I found out even more. I'm like, oh, this is even worse. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse every time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very disappointing. But yeah, I know nothing. Why aren't you yelling about that guy?
Yeah. Ripping down a food drive sign and telling people that it's canceled is low. He's making Scientology look good. Amen.
Right. Why? These are people already having a shitty time, okay? And
Yeah.
if you're going to go pick up food from somewhere, it's not because life's going so great. Been there, done that.
Mhm.
So why are
Mhm.
you making it harder for them or ugly or impossible for them to get in or know where it is? That's messed up. I'm sorry. That's not protesting. That's just being an ass.
Mhm. This one's good too. Brenda says Aaron showed me he still cares about Nora when he confronted ZDT in person. He called him out for hurting Nora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nora stood up for ZDT. Why did you chase him down the street and say mean things to him?
Yeah.
Are you serious
I
right
know.
now? Like, I was
I know.
gobsmacked when she said that. Like, oh, yeah, unbelievable.
Mm. Yeah.
After
I
everything
agree
he
with
did,
this one
the
too.
reports that he did to her, after everything that ZDT said about her, and she
Yes.
stands up to him, I don't get it.
Mhm.
It's confusing. It's very
Poppy
confusing.
the boxer says having been a
Ooh.
psychiatric, I can't talk today, nurse in the past, I do worry about her mental health. She needs
Right?
serious treatment and her no, Norris. And her current therapist isn't working for her. Exactly.
No.
I I think that her current therapist needs to watch her lives.
I don't think she does, and I don't think she's aware of what Nora does. I really don't. I really don't think
Mm-mm.
Nora's telling her because I'm sorry, but anyone could see she's in a state of it's crisis. To me, it's
Yes,
crisis.
it is
It
absolute
might not
crisis.
be 5150able, but it's still crisis that needs to be managed because it's very unhealthy. I'm telling you, if you spend every day that angry, that upset, and that nervous, your
Mhm.
body is going to take that on. Somatic, it's going to happen. Your body is
Mhm.
going to take that on, and you're going to get very, very sick. It
Absolutely.
It's really
I
unhealthy, and I worry
I
for her.
don't know
I
how.
seriously
I do
do.
too.
Like, I don't hate her. I don't
No,
like what
I
she
don't
does. I
either.
don't like what she says, but I don't have any hate inside of me
I don't either.
towards her. I really worry about her
Mhm.
intensely
Mhm.
because that what she does to herself every day, she's not doing it to me. Like I said, words
Yeah.
fall out of her face onto the ground. I don't even care anymore. But girl, aren't you giving yourself a headache? It's giving me a headache. How are you not giving
Mhm.
yourself a headache with all the
I don't
screaming?
know how she does it. I don't know how she does it.
Because it's
'Cause I
been
know
months
that
now. It's not, oh, I have a beef, and like a
no.
week or two, you complain about it. But then after half a moon cycle, it starts to, you move on.
Mhm.
This is
Mhm.
months now, months ongoing
Mhm. Well, I know that,
obsession.
like, if I go to a basketball game or something and I'm yelling for my team, along with everybody else, I'm excited and I'm yelling and all this stuff, I
Euphoria.
go home with such a headache.
Yes.
I have to go take some Tylenol, drink
Yeah.
some peppermint tea, bring myself back down to earth,
Right.
because my head will just be going boom, boom, boom by the time I get home.
It's a
And
lot.
I don't, and that's not, it doesn't last as long as her lives do. I mean, a basketball game, like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe with all the breaks and everything, but I can't do it. I don't know how she does it. It cannot be healthy.
I remember being very angry and very upset at people for a while, and that made me sick. I now have autoimmune illnesses that are
It,
just, yeah, it's not good to carry your trauma like that. It's not good to, it's just not, it's not. You really should work it out and move on because I fear for her. I
yeah,
really do. What she's doing to herself, not what anyone else could do to her, just what she's doing to herself. It's very
yeah,
sad.
yeah.
Thank you,
This one
Poppy.
says, does Nora actually have a therapist? Things she said her therapist said about Aaron would be grounds for losing her license in most states. Well, just because Nora says that her therapist said it doesn't mean her
Right.
therapist said it. And her, that might be what Nora heard because she's listening to hear what she wants to hear, not
Yeah,
what somebody actually did say.
Right.
So,
Right.
Anyway.
Nora just has to be right all the time, right? And I think even what she hears is only what she chooses to hear because she's right.
Yeah. So anything above and beyond what she says it doesn't matter because she's already right. She's already said it all.
Right.
105 times.
Right.
But
this is what I'd like to tell her to join another cult and go do the Landmark Forum, because you learn during that weekend about people who have to be right and have to make other people wrong. I learned that in that weekend. And I got to see, that was one of my wins of being in a cult. But when you learn about being right all the time, you don't fight that much with people because you're like, it doesn't really fucking matter who's right or who's wrong in the end. Anyway, yeah, I would love her to do the Landmark Forum. She should go do that if she loves being in cults so much.
Yeah, Brenda says that she really liked Nora before, that she's seen good in her back then. I used to love watching her when she would talk about Scientology and stuff. I would laugh, and the way she would explain things, I would get it.
Right. And, she has such a wealth of knowledge, number one. Stories for days. Like, there's so much she could be talking about when it comes to Scientology. And for much, I haven't heard her talk about Scientology other than people. She just bitches about people. Bitches and whinges and whines.
But you know why? It's the money. It's the money. And anytime that you're getting the kind of super chats that people like her and DOA bring in, it's the money.
It's gotta be, right?
I mean, I honestly, if it does that to a person, I hope I never get those kind of super chats ever, because I do not want to be turned into some kind of monster.
I don't want it to dictate, what I do or say. Absolutely. Not at all. That's why it took me so long to get monetized, and then I figured it out. I don't know, by chance. But good thing, because I don't know if,
So did you finally get monetized?
Yes. And I'm not going to be out there pushing. I want subs for sure. I want, subs. I'm not going to push for memberships. I'm really grateful for anyone who joins and wants to watch anything I do. I think that's awesome. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm not here. I want to share my story. I want to share what I know about Scientology and how it hurt people and what we can do to make it better, how we can change things, how we can get people maybe out of the buildings and come join us. Come to the light side.
Well, I was sitting there thinking earlier, and, I said on Marilyn's chat, I said, Scientologists are not the enemy. Scientology is the enemy.
Right.
But Scientologists are not. We're supposed to be helping them.
They're people. They're people like you and me. They're just people. And they got stuck in their head in this thing. That's all. But they're still people. They still brush their teeth like you or me. They still sit on the toilet like you or me. It's like they're just still normal people. So don't treat them. Don't dehumanize them. Don't. It's very ugly.
Ill.
Very. Yeah, absolutely.
It makes me ill.
It's disgusting.
Well, if I get to come to Clearwater, you won't see me acting like that. I'll be one of them, be over there trying to make friends with them. Be like, well, that's here's some pizza. Here, I bought some pizza too. You can have some.
You have a lovely
smile. They'll be running from me. They'll be running. Holy hell.
Now, I just love when they do the pivot. As soon as they see us, they just
I think
run.
That's hilarious.
That just cracks me up, bless them. But yeah, I just want them to come over and have some pizza with us and come and dance.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to let you go for today, but we need to come back together and just have a fun, just whatever, talk about something happy.
Yes. Next one we'll do is going to be ha stuff.
Yes.
Better
I appreciate it. I apprate you coming on.
I appreciate it too. you.
And if y'all haven't already, go over to Feral Cheryl's channel and sign up. Subscribe to her, y'all. Subscribe. She's hilarious. And you're going to love her Friday at Flag
Feral Friday at Flog.
protesting. Yeah. And she eats pizza. So just beware.
Yes.
She
We
does
dance
eat
and eat
pizza.
pizza and high five each other.
I always laugh at how Aaron does his where he folds two of them over together. I'm told that's a very New York, area thing to do.
Well, he grew up in Philadelphia, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's like an East
Yeah.
Coast thing, the way they eat the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. But I just always laugh. But I thought, well, But anyway, well, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna
Thank you,
let
Susie.
my chat go. I'll be back tomorrow, but I will see you soon, Cheryl, and we will get together and just have fun. We will just have fun.
I can't wait.
Okay. All right, I can't wait either. I love you, girl.
Love you. Bye.
Now, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I am fangirling still. I have been sick for the last 3 days with some autoimmune issues. If you can tell, my eyes are still kind of swollen, and I've just been pretty miserable. But it was worth it to get to talk to Cheryl. So, anyway, I am thrilled, and I am planning to be back tomorrow, but if I'm exhausted, I might not. So, but thank you. Thank you so much for everybody that was here. Hey, Jimena, good to see you. Yes, do the replay and watch that. I love you, girl. You have quickly become one of my favorite people. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening, morning, whatever it is where you're at. Bye.